if there was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life, this was definitely it. In parkour, the goal is whatever you want it to be. It's not one of those sports where there's just like a specific goal. I'm Francesco De Guida. I'm the owner of Flagstaff Parkour. I've been training since 2008 and I've found a love for it.
Hello, I'm standing here in beautiful Arizona and we are going to show you the art of parkour. Francesco has doing parkour for years. He, along with many others, see this sport as a new art form.
I think parkour is a form of art because it is very expressive. You can approach an environment in whatever way, and you're not necessarily always using parkour to get from point A to point B, as the old definition says. Parkour is something where you can go out into nature and you can express yourself differently than someone else would. So you'll approach it differently with different movements.
Like for everything else, there's a history to parkour. Francesco says parkour started over 100 years ago.
A man named George Hebert, who's a French military man, went around to indigenous islands in a time where people really thought the only way to get strong was to work out and to push weights around. So he met these indigenous people and he realized through them, who didn't have any weights, that natural movements were super important to health and fitness. Not only that, but just the ability to move your body in the most efficient ways. So he created something called the natural method. And the natural method was this really slow kind of like through environments, climbing trees, getting over rocks, swimming kind of thing. As time went on, a man named Raymond Bell practiced the natural method. His son David Bell took that with a group of friends that they called the Yamakasi, and they turned it into a game of tag. And that kind of started the whole modern parkour thing.
Francesco started his company, teaching the art of parkour in 2013. Since then, he introduced many students to this art form.
The students that we have at the gym, they're so cool and they're so different. Each one of them, even though they have like the same instructors, they learn the same things, they go out and practice it, they come back different. Like they come back with their own kind of style because they have this own visualization of what parkour is.
At first, parkour seems to be dangerous, but with the right training, Francesco claims otherwise.
So a lot of people seem to think that parkour is this dangerous thing and oftentimes view it as something that's very extreme, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually very safe to learn parkour. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can be fatally injured. Like obviously there's consequence in every movement, but having the movements to diminish consequence is good.
In the gym, students learn how to fall first. After that, they learn landings and jumps, and later all other falling scenarios. And this is the basis of safe parkour.
First we say, all right, you're purposely going to clip your foot. There's a mat right here. We're going to teach you how to dive roll out. Okay. So now if it actually happens in real life, they're already ready. There's no surprise, nothing going on there.
After seeing other students doing so well, I'm interested in trying it myself. Now that I have seen Francisco training, I was wondering, can you teach me something?
I can. Today we're going to work a little bit on the Kong vault.
Kong vault is a movement for moving over an object and gaining distance. Although the Kong vault takes extra time to learn, it's one of the most common movements and should be learned early on. For Arizona, I'm Timo.